What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down how to stay disciplined and not lose money when it comes to proper bankroll management and not tilting when it comes to sports betting. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Alright guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports, and we're professional sports bettors here at Linemaker Sports, and we are making this video about self-control and discipline because we know exactly what it's like to not stay disciplined, and we know exactly the feeling. And make sure you guys comment down below. Let us know if you ever had that feeling before. If you guys are just hard, it's very hard to stay disciplined and you want to throw 3-4 times your money on a certain bet or whatnot and you end up losing it. Let us know, comment down below, and make sure you guys stick to the end of this video because there's going to be key tips to really program your mind and to reset your mind when it comes to staying disciplined and not tilting and not putting 5 times your money on one bet. Alright guys, here we go. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips to stay disciplined and not tilt, not spend all your money on certain bets, and to really stay consistent in what you're doing and really realize that certain things and what is important in sports betting. Alright guys, so let's get to the first one. First one's going to be kind of funny because I know a lot of you do this, probably almost 100% do, and you watch the games and you watch every single game that you bet on. Now, here's the thing that I learned, okay guys? This is when I was first started sports betting, I only would bet on games that I was watching, games that were on ESPN, games that were on TNT, games that were on ABC, all primetime games, because I wanted to watch the games. I want to have fun. I want to watch it. I want to make money while I'm watching the game. Why do I want to bet on a game that I can't watch that's somewhere across the country to where in a little high school gym that I can't even watch? Why would I want to do that, right? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to that, the sports books know that, and they critique their games, and they make it very hard to bet on primetime games and games that are televised. They make it very, very hard, very difficult. And I started to realize that. When I first started, it took me a little bit, and it took me a little bit of losing money on top of it, alright guys? And here's the thing. Watching this video, you ain't got to lose any money. You're going to take exactly what I'm telling you, and you can implement that, and it'll save you a lot of money, alright guys? I made the sacrifice of losing a lot of money learning this. So, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. The first thing that believe me, I know you guys want to watch these games, and I know you guys want to entertain yourselves, but this is the easiest way to do this. Not watch the games, guys. If you don't watch the games, you don't know what's going on, and then you're not feeling a certain way at first quarter, second quarter, halftime, because I know that I would feel in the first quarter, team I bet on's getting blown out. I feel sad. I have an attitude. Everybody that's around me is getting an attitude from me. And guess what? Third quarter, fourth quarter, the team they're up and they end up winning the game. And then my attitude changes again. So your attitude completely fluctuates through the whole entire game. And it's just not healthy for you. And it messes with your emotions. So to avoid that, basically what you're going to want to do is just not watch the games. Guys, it's very simple. Do something else that's more productive than watching the game. I know you want to entertain yourself. I know you want to have fun. But you know what? And for your mentality, don't watch the games. That's how you stay disciplined, because then you don't even know what's going on, to be honest with you, and you just be able to see what happens at the end of the game, because the best feeling is not even watching a game and then getting an update on your phone that you made money because you were doing something else that you had to do anyway, and guess what? You made money while you were doing it, and you didn't stress yourself out watching the game, especially if you got a lot of money on a certain game. You're going to stress yourself out from the tip all the way to the last couple seconds, and you'll be sweating. Because almost every game is like that. Some rare games you do get blowouts or whatnot, but most of the games you're sweating, and most of the games you're going to go all the way to the end, and it's just too much on your body, too much on your emotions. So to prevent that, what you're going to want to do, just not watch the games. That's very simple. That's the first thing. Alright guys, now the second thing that I'm going to want to get into here is the second tip is going to be always remember, guys, that there are going to be games tomorrow, all right? There's always going to be another set of games tomorrow. If you go 0-10 today, believe me, you're not going to go 0-10 tomorrow. So just remember, you're always going to live to bet another day. That is the overall goal. Because here's the thing, if you spent all your money the first day and you don't have no money to bet, then you have no tomorrow. And that is why it's so critical. And in the beginning of my sports betting career, I suffered through this a couple times where I lost all my money in one day, didn't have money to play the next day, but looked at games and was able to cap certain games and were like, oh, okay, all right, these ones make sense. Oh, and I didn't have no money to bet on them. And guess what? I ended up winning most of those games that I was picking out, but I didn't have no money on it because I lost all my money and I tilted the day before. Now, this happens to a lot of people, and I can relate because it happened to me when I first started sports betting, guys, and that was a long time ago. But you know what? You got to learn from these mistakes, and that's another reason, like I said, we're making this video for you guys, is so, you know what, you don't have to go out there and sacrifice all your money. Instead, you'll be able just to learn from what we're telling you, because we lost the money, and we're telling you exactly how it was. All right, guys? Third thing that I do want to go into is this is probably the most important thing, to be honest with you. This is probably the most important thing when it comes to sports betting, and when you're, just thinking about the overall, the overall goal that you're looking at when it comes to sports betting, is that it's long term. A lot of people say this, but a lot of people follow up on it, guys. It's a long-term goal. It's not get rich quick, and you're not gonna make $1 million overnight. It's just not going to happen unless somehow you hit a 20 for 20 parlay or whatever and you make $1 million. That's the only way that's going to happen, and rarely does that ever happen. So this is a long-term goal, guys. You guys, this is like your 401ks and your IRAs. This is like stuff that takes time to develop. It doesn't develop overnight. But guess what? It's way better than a 401k and stuff like that, because guess what? You're betting on what you love, and you're making money off of what you love, which is sports. And, it's another thing that I didn't realize in the beginning of this, and when I first started sports betting as well, is that, you got to think of a year from now what your bankroll can be, not what your bankroll could be. You can really make a lot of money when you think long term, depending on, instead of thinking that tomorrow I need to have double my bankroll or I'm just going to blow it all. Can't think like that. If you made $10 today, take your $10, put it away. There's tomorrow. And then maybe tomorrow you'll make 30 or 40. And then maybe this month you've made 1,000. But don't think of it as, oh, I only made $20. It's not worth anything. I'm going to go ahead and throw my whole bankroll on one game. Do not think that. There's no reason to think that. There's really no reason to go into that when it comes to sports betting, guys. Always think there's another day to bet, and always think it's a long-term goal, because that is the goal in mind. You do want to make as much money as you can over time. You don't want to go and think you're going to make $1 million overnight, or you're going to make $20,000, $30,000 overnight, unless you're betting that type of money in your unit size. So that's the only way you're going to make those tens of thousands of dollars, which you can get there. You can get there as staying disciplined and building your bankroll over time and over a certain, years of time, guys. This takes years to build your bankroll. It's not something that just takes overnight. All right, guys. So those are the three very important things when it comes to self-control and discipline in sports betting. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the three most important things for self-control and discipline when it comes to sports betting. Hopefully that stuff helped you. Hopefully that stuff you guys can relate to, and you guys are going to implement that into your sports betting life. All right, guys, so once again, now make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be pumping out these videos left and right. Make sure you comment down below if we missed anything that you guys want us to cover, any videos that you want us to cover. Comment down below and we will make a video in it. We will even put your name in it if you are the one that commented on it and you're the one that wanted it. All right, guys, so make sure you guys subscribe. All right, guys, and make sure you put us in your playlist, because guess what? We're going to be pumping out these videos left and right, and we're going to help you become the best sports bettor you possibly can be. All right, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I will see you guys later. I'm out.